Seriously, I know it's freeform now, but let me tell you something, though. That's how I start my weekend, okay? That's how it right. Because it doesn't matter how good or bad my weekend, honestly, the end of this, it was a funny week. It was a funny week in general, so I'm really looking forward to going and get my Hogwarts acceptance later. Yeah, it really, it's a, you know, what I like about it is that also, I'm a Potterhead, you know? Okay, you know, to this, I used to say I was a Potterphile, but after all the Jared from Suburbs, a very different connotation, right? But so pothead is actually, you know, Potterhead is probably a lot more true as is pothead. But I love it because you know what? It doesn't matter where you are in your week, good, bad, or the ugly. You can turn on Harry Potter weekend and just all your cares go away, right? And I love about it too because it's like there's a hashtag. Harry Potter forever, which is so sweet because it's like that's the part I like about the hashtag and social media. You know, you can come from all around the world. We can come together in our nerdiness and be like, you know, that's right. Yeah, Hufflepuff for life. You know what I'm saying? What's up? And then people be like, yes, you know what? I associate with that as well. It doesn't matter where you are, what you are, but it also has a dual meaning of the other one is hashtag Harry Potter forever, as in it takes forever to get through all 8 movies. Right? And I love it. You would actually need to add another day of the week just to get through all 8 movies, right? They have to start Thursday night, so that by the time you get to Sunday, the last Harry Potter movie on cable is 4 hours long. Right? That's like Harry Potter Deer Hunter. Really, I mean, like, you could watch all of Titanic. Spoiler alert, the ship could go down, you could have a good cry about it, and you can come back, we still haven't made it to Hogwarts. It's like, really guys, you have to get it together. Whether or not maybe it's Friday night, get ready, Saturday, you know, Saturday morning waking up, after maybe a little crazy Friday night, make some coffee, some breakfast, and I think, you know what, right? I'm just gonna turn on, watch like a half hour before I get ready for my day, because I'm really motivated Saturday morning. Yeah, right? Then before I know it, I'm looking around. It's dark out. It's Sunday night. And I'm just left thinking, damn, Harry Potter. I mean, you really are a wizard because you just made my weekend disappear. I know. We're also going to do, in honor of Prince later, some Expecto Patronus shots back there. So. Yeah, I love it. Oh, man, I love how that's the one that got the groan. Actually, so it was nice. I met my hero last week, which was a highlight for 2016, really. Anytime you get to meet your hero, it's like, all right, I really hope that they're going to be everything I expected them to be and more. And right, this guy absolutely was. Well, he's a gentleman, and I use that term quite loosely, might I add, who was polishing off a full rack of baby back ribs, standing up on a moving subway. It was one of the most amazing and disgusting things I've seen all year, truly. And what made it even better was what everyone else on the car was feeling. Everyone else on this train car, if I could describe to you what it felt like, what it seems like for milk to curdle in a facial expression, that's what was going on for everyone in the car at that point in time. Right, except for me, no, because me, I was locked in. Like, this guy and I, you know, we locked eyes. I knew we were gonna be boys, right? I mean, we were gonna be tag team champions of the world. We were going up Mount Disgusting together, right? And I was not going to reach that summit until I brought him with me. Basically, I was his Samwise Gamgee, right? Have to make sure we're getting those ribs to Mordor. And he did not disappoint on this journey. It was worth 3 movies in that case, because every time he polished off a rib, he would drop it in the little pocket he had on his side. Yeah, so technically he had rib pockets for his rib pockets.
I'm not screaming it into a microphone, you know, I'm giving them the indoor voice, sir. I'm giving them, being polite. I don't want to waste your time and energy. It's like, listen, you seem like a nice person, but I look at you and nothing's happening. Do you know what I mean? I think something's gonna happen. It's not. I'm not gonna wait. Don't wait for it. It's not coming. And I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't want. I have a life. You have a life, don't you? You're a person. You're made of human. I'm doing my thing in my own time, in my own personal space. And men, once you decide that you want something, you are relentless. You just shower with attention. Shower it with attention. No water involved. It's just, attention, like listening. Things that they won't do later. They just do it now. They say the nice things. They tell, they say like you're pretty or your opinion's important to me. Things that matter to us as a human being. And you know this, you do. These men do these things. They will get cute. They'll do the cute. Fucking cute. Look at how cute. You know it. You definitely know. You're sitting here with him. You fell for it. He got cute, and here you are with him. He's a perfectly nice guy. I don't know him, but he is cute, and that's why she's laughing, because it's true. It's true. Because guys do that. They will get cute. And what will we do? After all this time has passed, and we're worn down, what do? We turn, and we respond in kind. And what does the gentleman do, ladies? He runs away! What is that? He runs away. Okay, sir. We ladies were taught at a very young age, like grade school, about blue balls. We read the magazines with all the numbers on them saying how many ways, what to do. We know about your genitals before you even ask us out. She's laughing because it's true. That's why I want you to be aware that is true. Yes, and good, God bless you. So I turn to him and he runs away, okay? And then I know, and then he tells me these things. You know, they'll tell you things. These things they tell. This guy, he said to me, we've been going out for 3 weeks. Where? This is a campus, right? Campus on a college campus, right? There's no out. There's no alone time. There's people everywhere. There's no alone time. There's no quality time, except for that one time, we went to the diner, because that's romantic! And then, all right, check this out, all right? He runs off, right? After spending all that, he ended up entering my personal space. I didn't run after him, I didn't call him, I didn't even know where he lived. He just kept coming up to me, and I know, I'm not the only one, because you guys are laughing a little too much. And you know how it is, guys. Truth is hysterical, all right? So he runs off and he gets married, and I know, because it's in the local paper! Him and this woman, and he got married, I'm like, all right, fine. So I leave town because I have goals. Because I left my hometown, and most of you have left your hometown. That's a town that you grow up and you leave, you come to the big city, and that's right. And then you go back to visit, right? Go back to visit your hometown, and that's when everybody comes out of the woodwork to see you, because you're the one who left. And how's the world treating you in the big city? So I'm out with my friends. I haven't seen in a long time, and this guy's included, and he's sitting across from me in the bar. Okay, we're old, so it's daylight out. We're just there, for a couple of beers. I'm not lying to you. And then there's, getting the sandwich, and guys, gentlemen back there, you don't know how to stare, because we'll always catch you. Your eyes linger too long on the chest or the ass. We notice. Whatever it is you're into. If you're looking at another man, you're looking at his ass and dick, you're grading. We know it. We watch. We're a little more subtle than that, okay? But this guy, I've never seen this before in my life. He was staring with his entire body. I thought he was a chicken. He had the full beard and everything, and I couldn't, and this is the first thing he says to me, after not seeing him for years. First thing he says to me, I'm married, I have 2 children, and a mistress. So I say, It's an hour commute both ways for you to get to work. How do you do it? Walk me through your day, right? And then he starts backpedaling. They backpedal, they back, the pedal is going back, and they're doing it, you know what I'm saying? And so he says that thing that we all hate, ladies, we hate it. Did you ever wonder, back in time, if you did something different, if you changed your mind, if you went after that person? And I just looked at him, and I said, you made a unilateral decision on your own. And I agree with it. Thank you. Gave him a slow clap, because that's a slow clap. But thank you very much. My name is Maggie.
I don't know. So you're loved today. That's nice. What did I do? I shoplifted from Sephora today. Yeah. And I'll never stop. I will never stop doing that. This isn't like my high school kleptomania phase. I'm specifically stealing from the beauty industry. I feel like they've trapped us and they fucked us. And I have no problem taking them down while simultaneously bringing me up. So we meet in the middle and then we both crumble. Cause fuck them, we have to wear makeup. We're trapped. That's not a, we don't choose to spend our money on that. We have to, I mean, you could not, but it's like, I want to get laid. You can't fuck without makeup on. Can you? I don't know. I don't know. You can't get a job without wearing makeup, that I know. You can't show up to a job interview with no mascara. They'll be like, what are you, a homeless person? I will be if I don't have this job. You need the job to buy the makeup, you need the makeup to get the job. It's a cycle. So you gotta steal it. That's just math. And I have to steal the good stuff because my skin is sensitive. I had a guy, I was bragging about my theft, and this guy told me, he's like, well, you're lucky because you get to wear makeup. Hear him out. All right. He's like, it's your privilege to wear makeup, so that way you can look less ugly. And he didn't mean I'm ugly. He meant we're ugly. Women are ugly without makeup. Because without makeup, we're just as ugly as you men. We're just as ugly. But with makeup, we get to look beautiful, which, first of all, what a fucking burden, go fuck yourself. You get to be ugly, you get to be ugly, we have to be beautiful, right? So there's that whole flaw in the argument, but in addition, it's not even true. We're not the only ones who get to improve how we look. Guys can grow beards. You know what I mean? And how much does that shit cost? Don't think about it, it's free. I know, I can grow hair, too. It's free. You don't have to steal shit, it just grows on your face, boom, you're better looking. You know what I mean? I see you guys covering up your fat, shapeless faces. I see it, you know what I mean? And it's free, and it's no effort to do. It's the opposite of effort to just cover up your double chin. That's bullshit. I don't know how much time I spend every day with this makeup, and not just the daily expense, because it's 10 minutes minimum if you're a Jedi. But what about the years it took to perfect this shit? I don't know how many days I went to high school looking like a trash raccoon. And we have to shave, and that, plus, it sucks because, maybe I have some fat, shapeless areas I'd like to cover with some hair.
Jesus. Guys, dig if you will a picture of you and I engaged in a kiss. Oh, Prince, what the fuck? Fucking Prince dies, but Kanye West is healthier than a fucking horse. What the fuck is going on in the world? Shit! There's no justice. There's no justice. But fucking, if Michael Jackson's death taught us anything, is that there's a bunch of niggas out here fast at work printing up a bunch of t-shirts to profit off this motherfucker. Like tomorrow, there's gonna be a fucking table off on 14 to 7, nigga. Oh my goodness. I just got back into town myself. I was visiting family and shit. And I just ran into my white friend, my little white buddy on 14th Street and shit. He's like, dude, how was your trip? I was like, man, you know, whenever you visit family, it's just a matter of time till you start talking about how bad the niggas are there versus the niggas in New York. He says, yeah, same with my family. A lot going on, fucking. I still can't go with this Prince shit. Fucking, we got Trump, this small-handed motherfucker. So sitting down with Trump. Donald Trump stirs up more white trash than a fan in a styrofoam factory. He's terrible. I honestly haven't seen anything like this Trump phenomenon since, what was it, Charlie Sheen's meltdown a few years ago. Remember Charlie Sheen's meltdown a few years ago? You know? So I don't know, man. Hopefully Trump has AIDS. I don't know. Maybe there's a silver lining. I don't know. Maybe there's a silver lining to all this bullshit. Despicable. Oh, goodness. He really makes me appreciate Obama a lot more. Honest to God, this fucking discourse and all this small-handed bullshit. My buddy's like, this is why I miss Obama, because when Obama was running, things like hand size weren't an issue. I said, yeah, because that ain't an issue for Obama. Obama done got that issue. You got it. But you know what? I'm glad, you know, y'all ain't gonna have Obama to kick around much longer. You know what I'm saying? I hate the way y'all go what white folks done to Obama. He went from Denzel to Morgan Freeman in 8 years. Y'all fucking just shitting on him. You see when Obama came in, he was looking. Man. You see his last State of the Union though? Obama's last State of the Union was the shit. He went on a fucking crescendo, man. He could have just dropped the mic. But I really wish Obama's last State of the Union was a little hardcore. I really wanted him to come out and be like, now look, we've had a great 7 years despite what the media would suggest. But look, we've reduced the deficit. We've cut unemployment in half. We've ended a war, and now millions of Americans have affordable health care. At this point, you can all kiss my black ass. Just kiss it! Kiss it! Kiss it! What more can I do? You know what I mean? Fuck it, you got diabetes. I saved your foot. Your son's in Iraq. I brought him home. What the fuck can I do? What else can I do? I love you. I want what's best for you. Shit.
I lost his mind. He was like, this is not a TV show called Girls. This is real fucking life. I was like, oh my God. Yes, that's true. Wow. Oh, it's a weird one today. I was late to work. You guys ever go down into the subway, like just as the train you wanted to take is leaving? Yeah. And you just start thinking to yourself, you're like, surrounded by silver. It's a requirement for me. Oh man, I do, if you couldn't tell by my cape, I am an artist. I feel that I'm an artist and stand-up comedy is my muse. You know, I love the form of stand-up comedy. I always feel like if I can just make one person laugh, it'll be the best set I've had this year. It'll be great. No, I'm very successful. I stand-up, I always make sure if I'm gonna date a guy that he sees me perform before we go on any date. Because I just want to get it straight out there, right off the bat. I just want him to know I'm perfect. I was always like into the arts. I've always been like an artsy kind of person, an artsy kid. My mom was the choreographer at the local community theater in my town, and she used to take me to the rehearsals at night. And I just recently remember this. There was this guy, he was like the lead in every show, and he was just a really, really talented singer, and he was also really, really addicted to meth. And like, he would come to the rehearsals, sometimes methed out, sometimes not, but you would know because he would sing everything slightly off key if he was high. And I just have this really clear memory of seeing him standing on top of a wooden castle, singing off key, and he peed himself completely. I'm talking gray sweatpants, peed himself while singing into the woods. And I just remember so clearly in that moment, I turned to my mom and I said, I have to be a part of that. I must. Get me signed up for the arts. I love it. I was like really dramatic as a kid, but my voice never quite matched it. This voice is like exactly how it was when I was younger. I would always meet other kids and they'd be like, are you sick? And it'd be so awkward because I'd have to be like, not physically. It's just, you know, the voice, it's like a deflated balloon. It's just like every word is an effort. But inside, so much passion, so much fear. It's just like, I know. Is it, you get it? Do you have a voice too? Let's hear.
I don't know.
But you get it, it's weird, being a low voice. You guys know each other?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a whole group. So I started thinking, they're just celebrating their anniversary or something. It's a big, lovely thing. He's like, please stop talking to us. I've done enough for this show. I understand. I totally understand. So back to me. I do this for the people, but sometimes I explore my own self as well. But you know, I would never come up here, I would never disrespect this form, this stage. Okay, the stage is embedded with glitter. And I don't take that lightly, I really don't. You know, I am trained. Okay, I have a BFA. Thank you. I actually went to Harvard, which is kind of weird telling people sometimes because it's not true. Girl can dream, girl can dream. No, but I went to NYU, I got a BFA, so I'm here with everything that can be. A BFA is a really great degree. It's actually incredible. It makes you highly qualified for any babysitting job. Anyone. And you know, I have my pick. I have my pick. I've got your $20 an hour, your $30 an hour babysitting gigs. That's right. People want me to get stoned around their children. They love it. They love it. I think people kind of like disregard babysitting. It's not, you know, that easy. And you have another person's kids' like life in your hands, and you have to figure out like how to ignore them for 4 to 6 hours at a time. This is not a simple task.
Due in part to my approach to dating, which is purely inspired by the Discovery Channel. I'm proud of that. Everywhere I go, I'm like queen of the cheetahs in my concrete jungle here. Just like always on the prowl for like my gazelle. I'm always like, wow. Cheetahs hunt gazelles. I googled it. I'm like everywhere I go, I'm at a bar. I'm like, how can I pounce on tonight? It's true. Like salivate. I'm like. special person because I've just been through a lot of sexual oppression in my life via Catholic school. I don't know where are my other Catholic schoolers in this. So you understand what I'm talking about. So if there's a few things that's taken away from Catholic school, it's one, my uniform skirt, which I still have. So. And then the other thing is that if you think about a male or a penis, you will die and go to hell. So those are the things that have stuck with me. I spent a lot of time in confession as a child. Like every other day, I was like, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I have thought about Lonnie and Johnny inappropriately like 7 times. always inappropriately thinking about the men, which is what happens now too. Like even now, I'm like hooking up with a guy in a bar. I'm like, bless me, Father, for I have sinned. He's like, yeah, baby, we're gonna sin tonight. I'm like, no, you don't understand how many Hail Marys I'm gonna have to say. A lot, but all will be absolved after that, and then we can just like rinse and repeat. Just like so. On to the next one. On to the next. I said my Hail Marys. I'm good. No, but like Catholic school's really bad. You get like no sexual education. I know nothing. Like I still don't know how to put a condom on a man. Or a banana. Like I don't know why guys think it's like hot when girls put on a condom. Like I think it's really weird. But like the time comes out to like put on a condom and the guy's like, yeah baby, you do it. I'm like, you do it. I'm like, no, trust me, you don't want me to do it. We're both gonna end up with something. It's really awkward. Like, I've never told a guy like, I don't know how to. I'm just like, just do it, please. Didn't know what sex was until like obviously like a few years ago. But I don't teach you what sex is. Like I, for the longest time, was like, I'm totally gonna lay together with someone naked. And then I found out what it was, and I was like, what? I am never putting something inside of me. Stupid.